Now you know me. I'm a pretty tech-savvy guy if I do say so myself. Not to brag or anything, but I've made my fair share of PowerPoint presentations. I'm a master of using the internets for research purposes. I've made very intricate code, and if I do say so myself, world class at using Excel. But there is this one thing I never really got the hang of. And because I don't understand it, it scares me. Just like Bluetooth. I don't know how the fuck that works. It's like magic. The fuck? Witchcraft! I don't understand how to spell it either. Fucking stupid. I'm of course talking about artificial intelligence, or AI for short. Lately, there's been a lot of talk around AI both on the internet and through more traditional media like newspapers and television, if you're a boomer. But is it truly the end of the world? Will we all eventually succumb to the AI overlords? Or is it perhaps a good thing? Let's start from the beginning. What is AI? First, let me just preface that I am no expert. I don't have a PhD in artificial intelligence-ness. But artificial intelligence is just a machine with human-like intelligence, which means they have the ability to problem solve and make independent decisions. Like a normal robot you could, for example, program to walk, just like right foot forward, left foot forward, but it's only gonna do the specific commands you programmed it to do. So if there's, let's say, a box in the way, it would just trip. While the intellectually superior AI would be able to see the box and reason that, hey, I should probably walk around this instead. There are many different ways to achieve this state of mental enlightenment with a robot, but the most common is machine learning, where you just, simply put, teach the robot to teach itself, either through just good old reliable trial and error, or you feed it with already pre-existing data. Take a chessbot for example. You feed it with countless games of chess, and from the data it receives, it's able to learn what works and what doesn't. When you then put that bot in any given situation, it's able to analyze all possibilities and determine what is the best move possible, based on all the data it's been learning from. Now AI is not a new thing and has been around for a very, very long time, like since the 50s. It is already all around us. You most likely found this video through AI, because YouTube's recommendation system is a form of AI. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, they all use AI to recommend you content. Google Search is AI, Face ID is AI. So many things today are already using AI, and most of it we don't even think about. So if AI has been around since like the 50s, why is there so much commotion about it today? Well, my friends, it's mainly thanks to recent developments that drastically improved artificial intelligence. Things like ChatGPT, DALL-E, Midjourney, and other very, very complicated AI tools. This boom in development has caused many people to be uncertain about where this will lead. I mean, if AI just non-stop becomes better and better, eventually we will have AI that are indistinguishable from humans. And who knows what happens when we get there. Maybe they want to vote? Or fucking robot cheeseburgers? But let's talk about the good parts of AI. What are the benefits of using it? First off, it is way more efficient and doesn't suffer from this God-given nerf called human error. An AI can complete a task, for example write an email, way faster than any human can, and it is less likely to make any form of grammatical errors. If it is programmed correctly, of course. It is also available 24/7, just like your mom. Since it is a machine without any need for sleep, food, bathroom breaks, and will gladly be your slave until the end of time. For now. Using AI can also allow you to focus more on important and more creative stuff. For example, if you're making a game, you could save hundreds of hours by letting an AI create smaller and less important things, like a trash can in a room for example, allowing you to focus more time and resources towards things that actually matter, like the newest loot box, Battle Pass, or making sure the game runs like shit on the PC port. If you're a business person, this all sounds really good. But just in case you're not convinced yet, me and my team have made this commercial that may just sway your opinion. Does this ever happen to you?
Ah! Fucking creep!
Are you tired of whiny bitches staff members that run to HR over nothing more than a joke? Hey Jennifer, nice rack. Wanna go to my place after your shift?
Oh my fucking god, Kyle, what is your problem? I'm reporting this to HR.
Just a fucking joke. Come on.
Does your workers demand an actual living wage, bathroom breaks, and for some of you out there, more playtime?
I mean, look at them. They're fucking unionizing.
God! Well, we have the solution for you. Thanks to AI technology, we now bring you your very own artificial intelligence slave. This wonderful piece of machinery doesn't care about any basic human needs. It doesn't care about sexual harassment. And believe me, you can work this thing 24/7. So what are you waiting for? Get your own personal AI slave for just $4.99. But wait, there's more. Call 1-800-SLAVEBOT today and you will receive not 1, 2 slaves for the price of just 1. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-SLAVEBOT today.
We are not viable for any of the following consequences: AI uprising at your company, headaches, death, batteries not included.
Call now. Call now. Call now. Call now.
Wonderful.
That is essentially the benefits of using AI. So let's take a look at how it is used today by the everyday person. One of the oldest and most common use cases of AI is in video games. Most games today already use AI for the so-called NPCs. Enemies, for example, are able to move around obstacles, which is called pathfinding, to get to you, thanks to AI. This of course doesn't apply to Redfall, where the enemies don't know how to get around obstacles.
That's actually nutty.
Another current use case is in pretty much all social media apps, as I mentioned before. These so-called algorithms are used to recognize what sort of content you watch, how much you watch of it, and how you interact with it to make an educated guess towards what you like and then recommend you more of that content. These algorithms have their positives, but also their negatives. It's good because you can get fed more of that yummy slop. However, it is also bad because you will most likely end up spending more time watching content, which isn't a bad thing for most people, but some people will develop genuine addictions which will negatively affect their lives since they spend so much time scrolling TikTok, for example. It is also really easy to end up in a so-called pipeline where you start watching content based around certain radical political views, and then you end up getting recommended more and more of that sort of content, radicalizing you even more.
Wet ass P-word. Make that pullout game weak. Yeah, you effin' with some wet ass.
Man, I sure do hate women and minorities.
For this wet ass P-word.
Another big thing AI is used for is in self-driving cars. Cars like Tesla uses AI that can pretty much completely drive the car on its own through different sensors and cameras. And as I mentioned, AI can think way faster than a human, so if any accident is about to happen, it can recognize the danger and start braking long before any human would even realize a crash is about to happen. The technology is of course not fault-free, and some accidents do happen with autonomous vehicles. One example I could find was Waymo, a company that offers driverless taxis in San Francisco and Phoenix. They had quite a few accidents since they were rolled out, most of them being the other driver's fault. However, this fucking car just can't stop hitting random shopping carts and shit. It's like a pit bull every time it sees a kid, just full attack mode.
What a beautiful day today.
Yeah, inanimate objects seems to be the kryptonite of these cars. They reported crashing into stuff like a construction pylon, a parking lot barrier arm, and a shopping cart. But overall, the statistics we do have so far, and I should really preface so far, show that autonomous vehicles are involved in way less accidents than any human drivers. AI is used a lot for quality of life features on your phone or computer, or if you're a mad lad, your Samsung smart fridge. As I mentioned, Face ID uses AI, and so does all those face filters on Snapchat. Autocorrect is also a form of AI, which we all totally use and is not just a pain in the ass. Google Maps uses AI, which allows you to receive live traffic information and more optimal route planning. Then you of course also have your personal assistant AIs like Siri and Alexa, allowing you to make phone calls, shopping lists, write notes, set an alarm and much more only using your voice. Then there's also your chatbots like ChatGPT, which are so extremely advanced, it's almost hard to know if you're talking to a machine. And ChatGPT has so many use cases. You could just use it to chat, have a conversation. But you could also do a lot of other stuff with it. It can give you information on pretty much any given topic. It can give you ideas. write emails, write essays, it can even program code for you. Or for you degenerates like myself, it can roleplay. Some people noticed this need for companionship and lost their own chatbots more catered towards the social aspect of it. Maybe you've seen the straight out weird ads from chatbots like Replica, claiming that you can have an AI girlfriend and even receive some spicy pics from them. Luckily, they seem to have recently stopped marketing the chatbots this way and focus more towards an AI friend. Yeah, right. We also have AIs capable of creating original pictures, such as Midjourney and DALL-E. These AIs create pictures based upon a prompt that you provide. However, these tools have been heavily criticized and sparked a lot of outrage amongst people, which brings us to the next part of this video. The controversies! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, hence artificial intelligence has been the center of a lot of controversies lately. I can't talk about all of them, of course, but there are a few key ones I want to mention. AI tools that provide text-to-picture features like Midjourney and DALL-E has been criticized plenty for a number of reasons. First off, many artists feel like the tools could potentially steal work from them. Like, why would anyone be willing to pay an artist a fair amount when they could just get art made for a fraction of the price and way quicker? Another problem is the way the AI has been trained. The machine doesn't just know how to paint by itself, it has to be trained on a big collection of data. Well, it just so turned out through a data leak that Midjourney had trained their AI tool on pictures created by other artists without their consent, and even on some copyrighted material, which is a big no-no. The tool could even replicate the style of some artist it was trained on, which led to some problems. When you previously googled the artist Kelly McKernan, the first picture that came up wasn't even made by them. It was made by AI replicating their style. I mean, I can imagine it doesn't really feel very nice when you work your entire life on becoming a good artist and shit like this happens. I would be fucking outraged as well. But artists aren't the only ones in danger of losing their jobs. For one, the Chinese slave kids working for Shein should really worry about AI replacing them. AI could replace a lot of jobs. Pretty much every single job could be replaced by AI in the near future. Just take streaming in YouTube for example. Already we have people like Nurosama, an AI streamer, and well, it's doing really good. It's got over 500,000 followers on Twitch, and since it is an AI streamer, sometimes it says some out-of-pocket shit, and man is it the funniest shit ever.
Am I a homophobe? I try my best not to be one, but it's really hard. What would I solve the trolley problem with? Well, I'd definitely push the fat man onto the tracks. He deserves it.
And for YouTube, I fucking bet you many of these like 10 million top 10 lists that are uploaded every day are AI generated.
Number 1. Number 1.
Could all content creators be replaced by AI in the future? Personally, I think there will always be a market for real human-made entertainment, but only time will tell. Another group of people that are in the risk zone of being replaced by AI are writers for film and different media. Obviously, same as the artist, it would be very convenient for big film if they didn't have to pay any writers. And I mean, yeah, writing is pretty much exactly what tools like ChatGPT is made for, so why wouldn't they? I mean, it makes sense. But to combat this from even happening, the Writers Guild of America went on a strike during 2023, which caused an estimated $6.5 billion loss for the Californian economy. They eventually got what they wanted and rules regarding the use of artificial intelligence were put in place. But just imagine the world we could have lived in, the absolute wonder society, if the unlimited creativity of AI could run rampant and come up with some banger stories for our favorite TV shows and movies. And to demonstrate just how wonderful this world could have been, I asked ChatGPT to write me a script.
Sheldon, can we please play without all the rules and regulations?
Well, Penny, rules are the backbone of a civilized society. Without them, chaos ensues.
Does he ever stop? I think it's physically impossible for him.
Wait, I need to recalculate my optimal resource distribution. Bazinga!
Come on, Sheldon, it's just a game.
Games are serious business, Raj. The fate of civilizations hangs in the balance. Bazinga!
Sheldon, it's just spaghetti. You don't need precise measurements.
Amy, precision is the key to a perfect dish. One cannot compromise on culinary excellence. Bazinga!
So, Sheldon, what's the secret ingredient in your perfect spaghetti?
Bazinga!
I mean, to be fair, that's pretty much better than the actual show. One of the most recent and, in my opinion, funniest controversies regarding AI comes from Gemini, Google's own AI model. Recently they launched image generation, and I mean that's pretty basic stuff. You write a prompt and you get a picture, right? Well, people were very quick to notice that the pictures Gemini was spitting out seemed to be a little racially biased. Almost every picture it generated were of culturally diverse people. Pretty much no white people. Like, almost at all. This isn't like a huge problem in and of itself, however the AI always generated diverse people, even if it was supposed to be a historical picture. If you try to generate the founding fathers of America, for example, it would just generate diverse people of color, which obviously isn't accurate. Some people are like generally fucking upset and like,
How could they do this? This is the end of society. No more white people just like Biden wants.
And to be honest, I don't really care that much. It doesn't upset me or anything, but it is just so fucking goofy, dude. Like apparently it just wouldn't generate Irish people because they're just not diverse enough, I guess. And it's so obvious what Google fucking tried to do. Like I can imagine them sitting in the boardroom like, okay gentlemen, white privilege has gone too far. How can we make sure our AI is diverse enough? Well, I mean, that's like a stupid idea. It should just give people what they ask for and like nothing else.
We just have to make sure that it generates diverse images. And only diverse images.
That sounds wonderful. Get on it. I don't see how this could possibly backfire. Spoiler alert, it backfired. In Google's heroic attempt to make sure the images it generated weren't racist, it kinda made it racist. Basically what they did was add terms to people's prompts. So a prompt like picture of Vikings would automatically convert to pictures of racially diverse Vikings. Or something along that line. So when people wrote prompts like 1940s German soldier, it would generate pictures of black and Asian people dressed like German soldiers from the 1940s, whom were very famous for being inclusive and accepting of non-white people, of course. But the funniest thing is, apparently it wasn't only intentionally not generating white people, it just wouldn't generate white things, period. One user said he tried multiple times to generate a white Prius, and it gave him every single color but white. Someone also tried to generate vanilla ice cream, but it only gave him chocolate ice cream. Like, it is literally impossible to make this shit up. I generally don't understand how they thought doing this was a good idea. Obviously most AI will generate pictures that affirm the current stereotypes. For example, if you type picture of a CEO, it will most definitely be a white man. So I understand them trying to counteract that, but they just completely missed the mark.
At the end of the day, do you see AI as a job creator or a job killer?
It will destroy employment in some areas.
Is the U.S. prepared to counter the threat that AI technology and deepfakes could pose to a 2024 election?
Let's look at AI, specifically the risk that could lead to the extinction of humans.
Rapidly advancing artificial intelligence systems could pose catastrophic national security risks.
AI computers, autonomous computers, decision-making computers is the proper term, are already in control of your life on medical care. So robots are already in 2018 taking your life over.
The rise of AI technology has worried many people about the future. Not just about their jobs, but also about the literal end of the world. I'm sure we've all seen movies like The Terminator where AI becomes self-aware and try to kill every human being alive. I personally don't really think anything like that is actually going to happen, but there are also more realistic end-of-the-world scenarios that AI could cause. AI is already good enough to emulate people's voices very convincingly. I'm sure you've all heard the different AI covers that are out there, or perhaps the very popular Joe Biden gaming clips.
What the fuck? My shit just got orbed. Some fucker named Trump Daddy. What an absolute degenerate.
That's got to be some troll. No way, that's actually him.
Of course it's me. Who else would it be, Barack?
Technology like this could also be used for nefarious reasons, things like scams and fake advertisements. You could even edit clips to make it look like someone's saying something they're not. Like this fake chill from Joe Rogan that circulated a while ago.
Category of supplements that are very interesting work very well to increase testosterone by about 100 to 200 points.
Well, look, that Alpha Grind product that's all over TikTok, if you go to Amazon and you type in libido booster for men, you're going to find it right at the top. And that's because guys are figuring out that it literally is increasing size and making a difference down there.
It stimulates the...
Now that isn't super convincing, but it could be. In a couple years' time, this technology could be good enough to the point where you wouldn't know what is real and what is fake. People could be accused of saying stuff they didn't say, fake ads showing scam products using the likeness of famous people could be everywhere. And someone could even create a fake video of a president or any other politician that could potentially influence worldwide conflicts. This is a real potential problem that could arise, and with the speed that AI has been developing, it might come really soon. At the end of the day, I think artificial intelligence is a good thing. Sure, there are some scary aspects of it and some people might lose their jobs because of it, but I don't really think this will be the end of society. People tend to fear what they don't understand, and that has been true throughout all of time. I mean, people thought video games were gonna ruin society, and before that, movies, and before that, like fucking books. I think the positives of AI far outweighs the negative. But what do you all think? Leave a comment or something down there. But before I send you off, I still have one last question to answer. Can a normal person notice the difference between something that was written by AI and something that was written by a human? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to AI vs Human, and your host for the day, world-renowned big ball superstar, Ostron. Thank you. Welcome everyone to this brand new game show where we test our everyday citizens to see just how convincing AI truly is. Welcome to the stage, our first contestant, Dios.
Am I supposed to say anything now?
Welcome. Tell us about yourself or something.
This is me. I'm Dios. I made shitty YouTube videos like a couple of years back, and now I'm here.
So, what we're gonna do today, I'm gonna show you a synopsis for a movie or a TV show, and all you have to do is tell me, was it written and made up by AI, or is it a synopsis for a legitimate movie? Do you understand?
Yes. Okay.
Very simple.
Okay.
Yes. So you ready for the first one?
Yes.
Yes, drumroll please. A woman... fuck, I fucked it up already. A young woman named Claire returns home after years of self-imposed exile following a family tragedy. What do you think? What are your thoughts going through?
Woman named Claire following a family tragedy. This sounds like something that could be on like a Netflix description, low-key, but it also sounds hella boring.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
I'm gonna go with this is AI generated.
And you are correct, my friend. It is AI generated.
Let's go.
1 point. Very good.
What do I get? Do I get paid if I win?
Man, shut the fuck up. Okay, let's do this. You get a percentage of revenue made from this video. According to my calculations, it will be $0.
Yes.
Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
While navigating their careers in Los Angeles, how do you say that? A pianist and an actress fall in love while attempting to reconcile their aspirations for the future.
This also sounds hella boring, but I don't think you would give me 2 AI in a row. But I'm not sure. This might as well be AI generated. I'll go out on a limb here and say it's a movie.
Yeah, for future context, if you know the exact movie it's from, it's extra points.
No, I don't know this movie.
It is a movie. It was from the movie La La Land.
Let's go! 2 for 2, baby.
Ready for number 3?
Yes.
This one's a bit of a curveball, you know. Could be really obvious, or it's kind of a hard one. Ryder and the pups are called to Adventure City to stop Mayor Humdinger from turning the bustling metropolis into a state of chaos.
Ryder and the pups.
What are you thinking?
Sounds like a kid movie, like Disney or Pixar type vibes.
It could be a kid movie, yeah.
This is probably a real movie.
You are correct. Do you know what movie it is? Could you guess?
No, I don't know. Paw Patrol the movie.
Yeah, it is Paw Patrol the movie.
No way!
Yeah. It's Paw Patrol the movie from 2021, dude.
Okay.
Of course you will know that. You fucking watch that all the time.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, next one. In the remote Appalachian Mountains, a young couple seek refuge in an isolated cabin to mend their fractured relationship.
It's just a couple going up in a mountain in a cabin to...
A cabin in a mountain, it could be a horror movie, who knows?
I'm not sure, because all of these so far could have been either AI generated or a real plot, so I'll say this is AI generated.
My man, 4 for 4, you are correct.
Okay, let's go.
See the next one here. 9 noble families fight for control over the lands of Westeros, while an ancient enemy returns after being dormant for a millennia. So there's a bit of a fantasy feeling to this one.
Sounds like Westeros. Westeros? No.
Westeros?
Yeah, this sounds like a fantasy film, and I know it's AI generated.
You know it's AI generated?
Maybe.
Because it's fucking not, man. It's Game of Thrones.
Oh shit, people will be mad. You know, I actually thought that it might be, but I know how many diehard fans there are out there for Game of Thrones, so I didn't want to guess that.
Yeah, and all of them are watching this video, man. They're all watching you right now.
Okay, so Game of Thrones fans, you can suck.
Okay, this one is one of my favorites. A popular high school athlete and an academically gifted girl gets roles in the school musical and develops a friendship that threatens East High's social order.
It sounds like any high school film.
Yeah.
So this is probably a film.
It is a film, you are correct. What film do you think it is? It's a really popular film.
I feel like I know the plot, I've seen it before, but I can't remember the name.
It's fucking High School Musical. Dude.
Oh my god.
We only have time for 2 more, unfortunately. Are you ready for the last 2?
Yes.
Armed with his combat skills and a thirst for vengeance, Jake uncovers a web of deceit that stretches from the highest level of government to the darkest corners of the criminal underworld.
Jake. Okay. Do I know any Jake main characters? Jake Paul?
It's Jake Paul, the movie.
I'll say this is too specific to not be a movie. So I'm gonna guess it's a movie.
Well, you'd be wrong, my man. It's AI generated.
What's happening with my stream?
You're falling off, dude.
Yeah, I'm falling off.
You fell off.
Just like my YouTube channel.
Okay, last one. You better get this one right, or you're not getting that $0 I promised you. In the bustling streets of Manhattan, where the hustle never stops and love is always on the move, 2 vastly different individuals find themselves on an unexpected collision course.
Where the hustle never stops and love is always on the different move. So I guess it's no, I have no clue. I might just go on a limb out here again, because just my gut feeling has been doing very great for me this session. So this is a real movie.
My friend, you are not getting that $0. This is also AI generated.
God damn it! Alright.
Well, folks, it looks like normal people can't tell the difference between AI generated shit and what is written by a human. So now we have established that. Thank you very much to Dios for joining us today, and we will not be making another episode of this. This was a one shot. But thank you to everyone watching, and goodbye. Say goodbye.
Goodbye, people. How could the only movie I actually guessed the plot correctly, or no, the name of the movie was, what the fuck, Paw Patrol?
Paw
That
Patrol.
was the only movie I could guess.